aspect is
My shirt.
I love gear horse.
That's right, baby.
The answer is pressing more weight. So I'm not sure how you're going to accomplish that. For years I benched with my feet out here. Oh, Christ. Here we go. And I would use my feet to drive my body back in the bench. That's why I keep sliding. Here. So for years, I would bench here, there, there. Because it had the shortest distance, it was a straight line, and there was less stress on my shoulders. Over the years, for myself personally, I couldn't do that anymore. My shoulder, it's overuse or whatever it was, my shoulders just couldn't deal with that range of motion. Shirts changed and it became a bitch to touch. So I began pulling back into more of a tucked position here, bringing it down, and then actually trying to push back towards the rack, but keeping the elbow in line with the bar as you press back. The mistakes you guys are going to make is your body isn't going to be tight. That's the number one most important thing. If lay on the bench here real quick for me. You
So tight you clamp on.
just grab the bar like you're going to bench, but don't bench. Just grab it. Okay. Is that how you would start? Okay. What I'm talking about is, see if I come here and do this and do that. Is that a stable base? Right. Go ahead, Papa. That's one of the top mistakes you guys are going to make. So that's what these guys are going to help you work on. You have to have a strong base to press from. If it's a loose base, you're going to have all kinds of stuff and instability happening from left to right, forward, backward. And I mean, how can you press from, you can't fire a canoe from whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. You got to stay tight. The other mistake you guys are going to be making is the bar needs to stay in line with your forearm. Here. You're going to be doing this. See that? That's very typical. All right, so it has to be here. The other thing you're going to be doing is, instead of pulling the bar out of the rack, they're going to get you set tight here, and then you're going to lift it up and you're going to come untight. It's because you're using racks with J-hooks that are like this big. You have to pull the bar out of the rack here. That doesn't matter. It's the same if your feet are here or here. Once you're tight, you have to pull out. So think of trying to script the paint off the J-hook. There, we got that? That's another huge mistake, because if you do this, now your lats are weak. Or your lats are not tight. If they're not tight, you're not stable. Before we break out, I mean, this is a real fast introduction. And the reason I'm doing this is, like I said, you're going to get more into the bar from us than whatever I can say here. This is all on the website. There's, 45 minutes of this crap. Any specific questions before?